Now, Showtime Championship Boxing presents two battle-tested warriors on a collision course with one thing in mind. A rematch with the undisputed champion of the world. Mitchell versus Phillips, plus Olympic juggernaut Jeff Lacey. Saturday, November 9th at 10 p.m. Only on Showtime.
Slow down a little more. Your chance comes in. If the knockout comes, fine. If it don't come, we'll work it. You ready for 10?
You see that one of those punches found itself south of the border. Left hook right there. Actually, that hit the belt. It hit the belt. Piece of maybe over the belt, but that's technically a legal blow.
It's round 6, scheduled for 10. Will Juarez pick up the pace or continue along in deliberate fashion?
Right now, this has distance written all over it. And I just don't see why Rocky's taking so much time and relaxing so much. Cero Sanchez has not shown any power, any real pop in his punches. No terrific speed. I think Rocky should take more risks.
You don't think a fighter would go into a fight with the mindset that, hey, I've never been to the 10th round. I just want to see what it feels like?
No, I can tell you, I can tell you from experience, we don't necessarily, we want to know that we can do it. We want to believe we can do it, and after we experience it, it's a great relief, but we don't want to do it just for the ha-ha.
Well, I remember Juan Diaz telling us yesterday that he felt so good about going 10 rounds twice going into his fight earlier tonight, which he won with relative ease, and how much confidence that provided for him. But you're right. Why would a fighter want to risk something like that?
Couple that with the fact that you now put the scorecards and the scoring in the hands of the judges, and no one ever knows what's going to happen there.
Although in this case, Juarez performing in front of his hometown fans, it would take a heck of a lot for Cero Sanchez to win this fight on point. So he did tell us that if it goes the distance, he wants a fair shake, but I don't think he's getting the job done.
I gave Cero Sanchez the second round. I thought he just outworked Rocky a little too much, but outside that, I think he's not really done much to earn any of the rounds.
Juarez had him backed up into the ropes there momentarily. Digging to the body. Just haven't seen enough of that tonight. And he lets him off the hook. Let's see if he gets him in that corner again.
Step back.
Cero Sanchez wouldn't hear of it.
A nice left hook by Rocky, but he's really not working quite as well as I've seen him work in the past. And there is some difficulty to the herky-jerky style that Cero Sanchez has. It's hard to hit clean. And sometimes you don't want to waste punches because when you start missing, you get tired.
We're near the end of the 6th, no knockdowns. Cero Sanchez has been down just 2 times in his 52 fights. Juarez never pro or amateur. Juarez on the assault. Cero Sanchez almost going to the ropes. So a good flurry to end the round for Juarez. Still to come, our main event, Diabella Hurtado facing Vivian Harris, billed as the WBA 140-pound championship. Take you backstage into the dressing room of Diabella Hurtado, who defected from Cuba in '94, now residing in Miami, Florida, one of the premier amateurs ever to come out of Cuba. Fighting pro now 7 years, winning 35 of 38, just 2 losses, 23 knockouts, and off a stellar victory over Randall Bailey. His 2 defeats to Pernell Whitaker and Kostya, however, he did manage to deck each of those guys twice. He makes final preparations for a rugged opponent in an important fight against vicious Vivian Harris.
Throw the body shot.
Rocky Juarez enters the 7th for the first time in his pro career. Too much Vaseline on the face of Hector Cero Sanchez, says referee Robert Gonzalez. Juarez in the black, 12-0, 9 knockouts from Houston, Texas. Hector Acero Sanchez in the red and tan, 41-8 and 3, 22 knockouts. From the Dominican Republic, now living in the Bronx, New York. They did a good job on those advertising logos to keep from having the fighters slip around, as was happening in the undercard fight before we came on television, by spraying hairspray.
Sticky hairspray.
Yeah. See, that stuff does come in handy.
Rocky came out to start this round with a triple jab in. It was very effective, but then he stopped. He didn't throw the right hand to the body. He hasn't gone to the body enough for my liking right now with a tall, lanky fighter like he has in front of him. But he hasn't done a few other things quite as well as normal.
Yeah, it has not been an overly impressive showing to this point by Juarez, while he's winning.
In the last round, last half of the last round, he started to step it up. Cut Acero Sanchez off, hit him with the right hands to the body, come up top with the hooks, right hand over the top, left uppercuts, right uppercuts in the middle, mixing it up and not letting him get away.
Acero Sanchez just looks like he's in a survival mode here, just wants to get through it, get out of here, because he's not offering up much offense. Acero Sanchez nearly slipped on the logo there. Now Acero Sanchez using the jab, but not the right. Very soft pawing jab by Hector. Let's see if Juarez can inflict some damage with a minute left in the 7th. There's that jab, but does not follow it up with the right. Now he does, but misses. And is Acero Sanchez that slippery?
You know, Steve, I was just watching, and I'm watching Juarez walk him around the ring, following him. He isn't that slick. He isn't that quick. Usually when they're slick and quick, they get away. They give you twists and turns and moves. Acero Sanchez isn't doing that much. But he still has an awkward style. I think Rocky's being a little too patient with this one, because there's no power coming back, nothing to really worry about from Acero Sanchez in the way of thunder.
Juarez keeps coming forward. He's got to throw some left hooks to the body, some right hands, set him up with the jab. We're just not quite seeing enough of that. Not the Rocky Juarez we've come to know.
This is going to hurt him now, right here. All right? That's good. Okay? All right, that's good. That's all I
Again, too much Vaseline on the face of Hector Acero Sanchez. I hate to say it, but you got to be honest, Rocky Juarez just looking almost sluggish tonight. Lackluster.
Yeah, not that there's any sense of urgency to win the fight. He's winning almost every round, but there's just a sort of a sense of prioritizing to look good.
Almost too deliberate, too meticulous. Just throw it out there.
Let us not forget, on any 1 hour of any one day, we could all have a bad hour.
No question. You just hate to have it happen in front of your hometown fans. Although these fans are very forgiving, there's been no booing or berating.
They've been pretty nice, pretty non-hostile right now.
And they're getting behind him, as you can hear, with the chanting of his name. This is a former world champion, keep in mind, Cyril Sanchez. Nevertheless, he's 14 years older than Rocky Juarez and certainly way past his prime. In fact, he admitted to us he'd like to fight maybe one more year after this.
Any fighter that tells you just one more year knows he's seeing the beginning of the end or feeling the beginning of the end in his own body.
Right, and then go into some form of business.
Right, leave it alone.
Maybe Rocky's just showing him too much respect.
Now see there, 2 clean punches, the right hand, left hook landed, and Rocky stopped, and Cyril Sanchez offered nothing back. No reason to stop. If 2 hit him, 3 and 4 hit him too.
Can't get